Hello everyone, and welcome to another replay brought to you by Shiki StarCraft. This is going to be a Protoss vs Terran here on Steps of War. It is going to be between Hotshot and Enorh, the red Protoss versus the blue Terran. So yeah, these are two of the custom people that I watch quite a few games of, and I figured I'll bring to you a live game. So we've got Enorh, the blue Terran, spawning in the top right corner, and we've got Hotshot spawning in the bottom left corner. And good luck and all that little stuff being dished out by the players. I don't like to say good luck. I like to say have fun because it's a great game and I like to have a lot of fun, but I want the luck when I play. Anyways, hopefully you don't see any cheese or anything this game. I would like some high action, good intensity games. But if we have to see cheese, I guess we have to. I've casted one or two of Enorh, I think, already. Seems to be a rather good player. And Hotshot as well. I think it was with Demon or Mildo with 2 vs 2. I've casted one or two of his as well. And we are seeing the 10 supply depot being put down by Enorh. And I think we did see the 9 pylon. Yes, 9 pylon and then scout by Hotshot. Fairly standard builds, chrono boosting the next couple probes after the pylon, and that is the most efficient way to do it. And we're going to see Hotshot try to harass Enorh's SCV a little, but unfortunately it didn't work. Enorh's going to ignore it and continue to scout. Hotshot, I think this is a patrol point to try to delay the barracks for Enorh, but unfortunately that did not work out too well. He was millimeters off. But close enough. And it looks like he's going to try to harass the SCV, making the barracks. And this is actually one of the changes that I didn't agree with when Blizzard put it out. SCVs used to have 60 health for the fact that this could happen fairly commonly. Probes get to build their building and then just run away. Drones get to morph into their building and not get attacked at all. SCVs are vulnerable while making the building, and it's a lot of harassment. I don't think it's really fair. The extra 5 HP is not really, it doesn't really make the difference. Anyways, we are seeing the same somewhat harassment coming from Enorh. The gateway is up though. We only hit him about 4 times, and wow, those shields regenerate fast once they're out of combat. It's awesome. Assimilator being put up, second assimilator being put down even before the cybernetics core, so we're likely to see a fairly gas-heavy build, whether it's Void Rays or Colossi, Immortals, 4-gate with lots of sentry use. I guess we will see. As I've said before, sentries are really well utilized against Terran, just for the fact that Terran's units are all ranged, and it does reduce all of the incoming damage that Terran can put out. I don't see a add-on coming from this barracks. I don't think one can fit here, so we are only going to see Marines being pumped out, and 2 additional barracks come up with the orbital command, and no gas yet, so a little bit peculiar. We'll see how that works out for him. Hotshot actually getting his first zealot out, and a second gateway after this cybernetics core was done, or is done. And we are seeing Warp Gate tech be researched. I don't see a chrono boost. We may have enough energy now. I'm not sure what he's going to use it on, but we will see if we can monitor that and figure that out. I probably imagine he's going to do the Warp Gate and maybe go... No, he went on the Nexus, so he wants more economy. He's fairly well saturated already, but he wants an extra few out so that he can pump maybe from 4 gates, or maybe we're going to see 2 gate then Robo. Or 2-gate then Stargate. We'll see though. This one Zealot just checking to make sure that the Terran is not fast expanding, and as you can see, I don't see a command center yet, and I swallow my words, as the command center is now being produced. Still just heavy on Marines, still no gas from Enorh. This is peculiar. I don't know if I agree with this, as Marines don't do very well against Protoss, just for the fact that if sentries are used properly with Guardian Shield, it makes them so ineffective, reducing 25%? No, even more. What's 2 off of 6? That's, yeah, bad math. 33% of the damage being done, so we'll probably see that utilized quite a bit. We're seeing a Stalker and another sentry come out, and we are seeing Robotech. Unfortunately, that's not going to be very effective, as There are no Marauders out currently. He doesn't see what's going on, so maybe he's thinking factory, maybe he's thinking starport. But there are 2 barracks here, so we'll have to see how this ensues. We are seeing an engineering bay as well come up, as well as finally the 2 refineries. Fairly well saturated on minerals right now. Could definitely afford to take a few off and put them on the refineries. As we see him doing that now, we may see level 1 upgrade for weapon or armor being put down out of the engineering bay. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. The command center is finished, but it hasn't lifted off. Once again, eating my words, as it did lift off as I was moving away. Observer now casually roaming around across the map to see what's going on. That observer is a necessity against a Terran that walls off, just for the fact that clearly you can't see 75% of their base once the wall is up. And we are seeing a Nexus being warped in the natural expansion spot. And we're seeing a robotics bay come up. So yes, now I really agree with this, as he's clearly seen the heavy marine situation that Enorh is pushing out. We are seeing 1 tech lab, 2 tech labs, 3 tech labs come out now on the barracks. This is going to keep the wall intact, and we are seeing a factory now. No level 1s upgrades, no turrets. We are seeing 2 bunkers being put down and a 2nd orbital command coming up. And we are seeing another robotics facility and a couple cannons to defend against scouting and pushes. That marine quickly pushed away. We've got 3 gate and 2 robo bay, so if we see some colossi, it's going to be pretty intense. And ground level 1 upgrades now being researched for Hotshot. Still no ground level 1 upgrades being researched for Enorh though. We are now seeing Marauders come out, and concussive shells is being researched, so we clearly know that he is planning on using a few, if not quite a few, Marauders. Lone Marine out here in the middle of the field, waiting to see if there's a push or any kind of harassment. The Observer still up in the base for Enorh. He can see that if he pays real close attention. Probably could scan if he had some energy and get rid of that pesky Observer as early as possible. Even when it's standing still, if you have a sharp eye, you can still see where they are. But unfortunately for him, for Enorh, he doesn't see that. Looks like he is going to push out now that concussive shells is done. And we see our first 2 colossi. No, just 1 colossi coming in, or colossus. Level 1 upgrades is going to be done. Maybe he's going to do a timing push with that colossus and with that level 1 upgrades. Although I don't really see that being too effective, as the ground force that he has just isn't big enough at this point unless he really utilizes that Guardian Shield. Nice scan coming down, able to take out a cannon, but unfortunately that colossus and these force fields are going to be able to clean up and separate